What's up, guys? This is Cheyenne with Cheyenne Football Channel. This is going to be episode 1. We're going to do a roundup of the Premier League action we just had this past week. Sit tight, relax, and let's go through one by one each game. I'm going to give a quick synopsis of each team. I'm going to end it with the goal of the week, the star of the week, and my knockout shout for next week, and a surprise for next week. All right, let's go. Game 1, first game of the season. Brentford Arsenal. What a game this was. The atmosphere was absolutely buzzing. Well done to the fans, the Brentford fans. Oh my God, that was one of the best scenes and opening game scenes I've seen in years. The fans back in the stadium, the energy, it was electric. And I kind of had a feeling, I had a suspicion that Brentford was going to do well this game and that Arsenal were going to struggle. That starting 11 was not the best one, given Arsenal were missing players. However, outside of a few scenes, the first 10 minutes Arsenal played well and kind of controlled the game, got some good passes around. But as far as chance creation, I don't really remember a set chance that Arsenal had this game. I thought it was really choppy, and the lack of quality in that team really showed. However, I think Arsenal are going to be fine. The signing of Odegaard is really promising. I think one of Lacazette and Aubameyang come back in the team. I think a few more players get back in, and they're going to be absolutely fine. They'll finish in the 5th to 7th spot, in my opinion, and they should be fine. Don't get too panicky. Arsenal fans are going crazy right now online. I think they're going to be okay. I think everything's going to balance out, so they should be fine. On the flip side, Brentford. Oh my God, what an impressive performance. The solidity of the team, the organization, defensive unity, attacking unity, all around, fantastic from the Bees. Very impressed with them. Ivan Toney, what a player. He didn't get on the goal sheet or the score sheet or get a goal or anything, but no assists or anything else as well. However, he had one of the best games of any player this weekend, in my opinion. He was absolutely dominating the Arsenal backline. He was pulling those players all over the place, and for a championship striker, he did absolutely phenomenal. He looks like he's going to be a breath of fresh air in this league. He looked like he was 6'2", 6'3". I looked it up. He's 5'10". It's so impressive what he did. Absolutely blown away by Ivan Toney. Very impressed with him, and I hope to see a lot more of the Bees in the future. I think they are going to stay up. They played really well. Organized, have a solid game plan. Those are good recipes in my book. Second game of the week, United. I'm a United fan, so I love talking about United always. 5-1 against Leeds. I'm going to not be the United fan that goes super crazy and we're going to win the league off of this result. But this was a very impressive showing from United. Pogba, 4 assists, Bruno hat-trick, Greenwood scoring, even Fred scored. So you can't complain too much. 5-1 result, opening day of the season. However, tapering back a little bit, Leeds is possibly the best game of the season for United, or one of at least. They play open, one-on-one football, which United love. We want open space. We want to be able to transition fast, and Leeds gave that to us. And their goal came from a worldy shot outside the box, which is fine. Will this be every week's result? We don't know. What United struggled with last season was teams that have that solid back line that are going to put 10 people behind the ball and just muddy the midfield and not give you space. That's where we struggle with. We're going to see. Next week they play Southampton. How are Southampton going to line up? Most likely they're not going to let us have an open game. They're going to want revenge after that 9-1, 9-0 game last season. It's not going to be as easy, in my opinion, but really looking forward to the United season. Leeds didn't play well this game. Leeds are going to be fine, obviously, this season. They'll finish somewhere mid-table, but I don't know why Bielsa just is so set on his philosophy and the way he wants to play. I think he just doesn't respect anything else but that, and it just kind of showed that lack of pragmatism against United. Just showed. United could have scored more. It could have been worse, but solid first game. It'll be better from here on out. I don't doubt it. Leeds are totally fine. Leicester Wolves. Classic Leicester City. Jamie Vardy gets his foot on a half chance, scores a goal, win. Wolves are one of my question mark teams this season. I don't know how well they're going to do. They are a good team. They have a lot of superstar power in that team. However, new manager, not a lot of additions that were noteworthy in my opinion. We're going to have a really big season from Adama Traore. He really needs to step up. I feel like that the amount of praise he was getting for the last 2 or 3 seasons, he kind of really needs to show that. He's never been really high on stats, actually. When you look him up, he never has that high goals or assist numbers. He really needs to produce a lot more this season. However, him and his back, very positive news for Wolves. We'll see how they turn out. This game wasn't really much. We didn't see a lot from them. It was kind of just muddy all around. But I'm excited about Leicester on the flip side. I think Leicester's going to have a fantastic season, really, really good signings, and forward-thinking manager. Wolves, Leicester always kind of has a 1-0 written all over it. It's always going to be the case. Chelsea, Palace. The second one of my question mark teams. Chelsea 3-0 Palace. This wasn't that great of a game from Palace's side. I was not impressed at all. It's going to take time. Palace is going to take time. Vieira's going to need a little bit to get everything in the right position for them. But Chelsea just looked comfortable the entire game. There was kind of no doubt that they were going to win it. After they scored the first goal, after they scored the second, it was just kind of going through the motion. You could sense that it was the first game of the season, and I think they played very, very well. And I think Chelsea are going to have a phenomenal season. I think they're going to finish first or second. They're possibly the best team with the best management system that complements the team in the league, outside of Liverpool maybe. But I think Chelsea are absolutely great. They're fun to watch. Great, beautiful moment for Trevoa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It doesn't matter who you're a fan of. Watching a kid who's been a fan of a club, who's had this dream of playing in front of the fans since he was a child, and having that realized and scoring a goal on the debut, the emotion, it was beautiful to see. At the end of the day, we're all just a kid who had a dream, who wanted to play. But it's amazing to see somebody else realize that. Beautiful moment for him, beautiful moment for his family. Also, I just wanted to give a shout out. I love how happy Azpilicueta, as the captain, was. He ran over, hugging him, laughing, smiling. Beautiful moment all around. Big up Chelsea. I think they're going to be great this season. Palace need to sure up. Vieira's a bit of an unknown. I hope he does well. They've made some really good signings. But this game really wasn't it. Hard game of the first game of the season, Stamford Bridge. Not a lot of teams are going to get results at Stamford Bridge this season, I'll tell you that. But I think Palace are going to be fine. I hope they're not in the relegation battle, but we'll see. Villa-Watford, one of the surprise games of the week, actually. I did not expect this result at all. Villa have done so well in the transfer window. On the flip side, Watford are one of the weakest teams and squads, just player by player, in my opinion. And very, very impressive. Ismail Assar is obviously a phenomenal player. We've seen him in the Premier League before. We've seen what he can do. However, in this specific game, I think Villa just gave them way too much room in the transition, way too much room in the counter. And Ismail Assar, they got lucky on one of the goals, to be fair, but they did get 2-3 goals. And hey, 3 points for a team that's going to be in that relegation battle, that's worth its weight in gold. People think, oh, it's just the first game of the season. Imagine if it was the last game of the season. 3 points is 3 points. For a team that's towards the bottom, this is a fantastic start for Watford. Maybe they can surprise people and get up, but from everything I've seen, they're kind of everybody's favorites to go down. Villa, on the other hand, it's going to take a little bit of time. Missing no Jack Grealish, obviously. All these new players betting in. I thought Leon Bailey did well. I thought he got an assist, and what a goal from McGinn. If you haven't seen it, go watch that goal. Absolutely beautiful. I think Villa are going to do great things this season. This game, they kind of just didn't respect Watford on the transition and got found out twice really fast, and it was 2-0 by the time they could actually wrap their head around anything. To be fair, one of the goals, not much you could have done, but I think Villa are going to be totally fine. Villa's a sneak shot for top 7 in this season. We'll see. Everton, Southampton, Rafa Benitez's first game in the Everton seat. Officially. What a bad start. Michael Keane, that was so bad defending, but players make mistakes. It's the first game of the season. Big up for Adam Armstrong to get a goal so early. That is the kind of the question for Southampton this season. Who's going to score goals for them? Good thing for Adam Armstrong, kind of takes a little bit of pressure off his back, gets that first goal, kind of a gimme, kind of gave it to him. On the flip side, Everton, really, really well done. Really, really good aggressive pressure in the second half. Richarlison, smart goal, really, really good. Really happy that Dominic Calvert-Lewin got a goal as well. Very, very impressed with him. What a goal from Decore as well. Smashed the ball in the corner. And Everton won 3-1. Very, very good result for them. I'm actually excited about Everton. I think they're going to do well. I think Benitez is going to be solid defensive structure, give them a lot of organization, and between Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, you're going to get goals. Their signings haven't been the most exciting or forward-thinking. I don't think Demarai Gray is exactly the player that's going to take Everton to the next level. We'll see, though. But Everton, very, very good. Burnley-Brighton. Not the most exciting game of the week, but I do love the way Brighton play. Brighton is a very, very exciting team. And I'm very, very happy that Neal Maupay got a goal. I think Neal Maupay is a fantastic striker. I know he had a bad season last year, and I think he's going to do better this year. He's young, he's bright, he gets in the right position. He just needs to get his finishing right. People do not underperform their expected goals throughout their career. It's very, very rare. You usually have dips and troughs. It happens. He had a bad season. Brighton didn't get as many goals as they should have. Based off XG, they were 5th in the league. That's ridiculous for a team that doesn't have that many superstars, quote unquote. But they have a really, really good team with a great manager. I think they're going to be fantastic. They're always great to watch. Really, really happy they got the win. The second goal was also really, really well played. Burnley, classic goal. Tarkovsky got his head on a corner, push a player around. All around, a quick caveat, I want to give a shout out to all the Premier League referees. Fantastically managed every single game. VAR was used perfectly, in my opinion. So many 50-50s that the ref let the game go on, not stopped it. I was very, very impressed. So, Burnley, this might be the season the Burnley go down. As if Sean Dyche doesn't pull a rabbit out of the hat, I don't really know what to do. Liverpool, Norwich City, 3-0 Liverpool, first game away from home. One of the rare teams that actually won away from home. Brighton was the other one, obviously, but majority of the teams at home won this first weekend. So, however, Liverpool, 3-0. Very, very clean. Salah, masterclass, 2 assists, 1 goal. You can argue that one of the assists was a little lucky, but Salah's just a phenomenal player. I've kind of been negative about Salah for the last 2 or 3 seasons, honestly. I never was that impressed with him, but the truth of the matter is it was just a little bit of jealousy. And the fact is, he's just a phenomenal player. He's most likely my shout for Golden Boot right now, honestly, just because he's just so consistent at scoring, getting in the right positions, making chances, and creating goals. All around, Liverpool, it's going to be a hit or miss season. I don't know. Liverpool could win the league, and they can finish outside the top 4 at the same time. Klopp, in my opinion, is the best manager in the league. I know as a United fan that's sacrilege to say, but it's the fact, and I honestly do believe that Klopp is the best manager, and when he does his formula in the right way on their day, Liverpool will beat every single team in the league. Van Dijk looked good. He didn't look shaky. He looked confident. He looked good. Matip honestly looked good. I don't know why Matip gets so much hate. I think he's a phenomenal player as well. All around, Liverpool looked solid. Norwich, pretty much everybody's shout to guarantee to go down. Not a lot from them, honestly. I was not insanely impressed. We're going to see with Norwich, but this game was pretty much shut and done from the beginning. Liverpool just looked really on it. Even Tsimikas on the left with the missing Robertson looked perfectly fine. So, Liverpool, I think you guys are going to have a great season. I think you guys are going to finish top 4 very comfortably. But Norwich, be careful. Gotta get some results. I know a very, very hard start for them as well. They play Liverpool and City back-to-back. On the flip side, you can also argue that's possibly a good thing. Those are most likely results or games that they never would have expected to win to begin with. Sorry, battery came on. They would have never expected to win those games to begin with, so maybe get rid of them the first 2 weeks of the season. It's always going to be a little choppy anyway, everybody getting back into fitness. So maybe actually a perfect time for those 2 games to be back-to-back. One of the most exciting games of the weekend, actually, Newcastle, West Ham. What a game this was. St. James's Park was absolutely buzzing, and it started out really great for Newcastle. St. Maximin absolutely dicing and tearing up Declan Rice over there. That was not a pun. That just rhymed for no reason there. But very, very impressive. Everybody loves watching St. Maximin. He's such an exciting player. Adds so much to that team. Callum Wilson gets his head on balls. Gets goals. The man is just a consistent Premier League striker. Very, very well. But Newcastle kind of fell apart as the game went on. West Ham just kind of came back into the game, got more rhythm, and started getting the goals in. West Ham, the only thing, I'm a little disappointed in their lack of ambition and them not signing players. Like, I thought Tammy would have been a great signing for them. I thought I hope they go and get Lingard, honestly, because he was phenomenal for them. But very, very great game from West Ham. 4 goals, obviously you can't complain. So all around, the team looks good. Well, Moyes is a great manager. Newcastle, I think they're actually going to stay up just because Joe Willock, St. Maximin, and Callum Wilson, they're going to score enough goals for you to stay in the league. Let's be honest. That's the main thing. Between them, let's see, who are the other relegation guys? Norwich, Burnley, Newcastle, Watford, Palace, maybe Brighton, and Brentford. Out of those 6-7 teams, the main thing that Newcastle has that the other ones don't is an out-and-out goal scorer. That is Callum Wilson. As long as he stays fit, he doesn't get injured, they're most likely going to stay in the league. Blockbuster game of the weekend, Spurs, Man City, in the new and improved Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Not the most exciting game of all time, kind of a boring game. Man City just passing the ball around over and over again. What a stadium, though, I must say. Quick side note, the flags, the scenes, it was absolutely beautiful. Very, very beautiful stadium. But the game plan for Manchester City was not good. Not at all. Sterling and Grealish were kind of occupying the same spot, and Tanganga, star of the week, in my opinion, honestly, even more than Bruno and Pogba. I don't want to say you expect Bruno and Pogba to score a hat trick and get 4 assists, but you tell me Tanganga, who was a player that they were talking about going on loan last season, he wasn't good enough apparently for Spurs just even last year, shutting down Sterling and Grealish. That's very impressive. I was very, very blown away. He was so physical. He tackled so consistently. And good on to the refs for not constantly blowing the whistle. Grealish needs to most likely change his game, kind of similar to what Mahrez did a few years ago when he first came to City. Similar situation. Manchester doesn't need a player to get them fouls. They don't have big guys who's going to take advantage of crosses into the box. Yes, they do score off of crosses every once in a while, but they don't have anybody that's significantly tall or is a penalty box poacher in the way that, say, a Callum Wilson is, or even the way Liverpool play. They're okay with getting corners because not only do they have Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's an amazing dead ball specialist, but they have Van Dijk, who's going to get his head on the ball. So, therefore, that's something that Grealish will most likely change, and I don't doubt he will most likely change it. But Man City, they just never looked like scoring. I don't remember really a chance. They had one kind of half chance that Mahrez kind of scuffed. But outside of that, City were kind of out of ideas. They looked slow. De Bruyne didn't play, and I do not know what Pep's problem with Gabriel Jesus is. I think Gabriel Jesus is a phenomenal striker. Even look at his stats. He pretty much has a goal contribution every single game he's played for City, which is ridiculous. But for some reason, Pep just doesn't like him, and even when he subbed him on, he sent him out to the left wing. You don't have a striker. And the one you do have that you didn't start, you put him on the left wing. I'm going to go with big mistake from Pep. Again, just didn't do much. He has the best team in the league by far. Okay, not by far. Chelsea's pretty close. But it was just disappointing. I just didn't think they offered enough in that game. So, very disappointed in City. On the flip side, well done, Nuno. Well done, Nuno. First game, so organized for Spurs. It's not usually something we've talked about with Spurs over the last few years, is organized. Under Mourinho, it was all over the place, in my opinion. I never thought they were organized under Mourinho. But he actually had... It was such a pleasure to watch. Dele Alli, so good. He played so fantastically well, in my opinion. In both boxes, I'm so happy to see the resurgence of Dele Alli in the Spurs side. I think he's going to have a great season. And in general, just that, the difference between Nuno and Mourinho was Nuno just had that front three 20 yards higher up the pitch so they could actually make effective counterattacks. What's the point of having every single player behind the ball that when you even get the ball, it's going to take 5 seconds for anybody to catch up to you? Get up there. So, very impressed with Nuno. Son, Mora, and Bergwijn played phenomenally. They could have scored more. I could have said there were 2 more chances. Bergwijn missed one. There was one that Son had that he took a shot. I think it hit the post that he could have rolled off to Bergwijn. Mora played phenomenally well. I'm actually impressed with Spurs. I think Spurs actually is my shout for 5th right now with the way I saw that game. Based off what I've seen everybody else, Spurs actually has a really good 11. Lo Celso didn't even start. He came on as a sub. The Ndombele situation's a little weird. I hope they figure that out because I think Ndombele is one of the best players that they've purchased, and he's a phenomenal talent. But I hope that works out well. That was the summary of each game. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if my hair's bad. A little bit of weird today. But anyway, goal of the week. Goal of the week, I'm going to give it to Marcos Alonso's free kick goal. I just love free kicks. Left foot, bang, beautiful curve. Goalkeeper didn't even move. Fantastic, fantastic goal. I also want to give a shout out to Brentford's first goal, Sergi Camus. Not exactly for the beauty of the goal. It was more the moment and what it represented in the minute for Brentford, and you could hear it. If you haven't seen it, just go watch it and just listen to the atmosphere of the stadium explode when that ball goes into the net. It's absolutely beautiful. Big, big moment for them. And I'm actually going to say Brentford are my stars of the week just for that atmosphere post-game. The Thomas Frank at the end, the scenes, high-fiving the kids, walking around the stadium. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment. Big up Brentford fans. It really was a perfect start to the Premier League season. And that's going to wrap up for episode 1 of the Premier League Roundup. I'm going to do these every week. Sorry, it's a little bit delayed this round. I'm going to make sure each week the editing quality goes up and there's more background stuff and everything's a lot bit more crisper for you guys. And I'm also going to make sure that these come out pretty much the second the last game ends every weekend. So I think every game ends on Sunday next week. Oh, no, we have a Monday game. So we will have a Monday game. I will be making a video as well as a preview for the Arsenal-Chelsea game. Kind of all know it's going to happen. I'll actually be surprised. There's a possibility. This is the most Arsenal thing in the world. Nobody expects them to do anything. They're going to come out. They're going to smash Chelsea 5-0. It's not going to happen. But if it does, like the video. All right, guys. This is Sean with Sean Football Channel. Forgot the name of the channel, obviously. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.